Alright everyone, hello. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV Online. Well, we are finally going back onto the Ruby Sea as we head onwards to Doma. We met Sorobin last time here as we were trying to get away from the local police as we were causing issues. Well, we didn't cause it, we kind of put an end to it, but still not allowed. We also found Gosetsu, and we don't know where our other friend is. Hopefully they made it to Doma already. We are about to find out, though. So let us move on. How wide and beautiful she is. The Ruby Sea, filled with promise, adventure, and treasures. Many wonderful treasures. Okay. Whoa. The Ruby Price. Oh, is this the Ruby Price? This might be the Ruby Price. I don't know. Little midway dock point. I don't know if there's anything of note here. I didn't really explore here last time. I don't know if this is a building I can go into either. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I could repair my stuff, I suppose. Wish there was just a general repair all option for just everything. Not just like individual slots or armor, but just for everything I have. Magic. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. One does not simply cross the Ruby Sea, god damn it, nor Mordor, as Sorobin well knows, except... In order to reach the shores of Othard, you'll need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. This fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the Pirate Lords. So let's go and greet them. Our destination is the Isle to the west. Doesn't look very far to me. Shit, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you should find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. Are we seriously just gonna swim? Okay, we'll swim for it then. Please, what the frick? Right, this should be easy and a good way to loosen up before the next fight. Whenever it comes. 20 gil says I beat you there. Well, of course you're gonna beat me there. I have to frickin' complete the quest by talking to you. Plus, he had a bit of a lead there, gosh darn it. Not that I have anything against the occasional dip in the ocean, but to dive in on a whim is a bit... Spirit you two have to delight in this simple joy so readily. Not bad. Let's call it a draw. Okay. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansui. Okay. I wonder, the Minson pirates have been known to say things like "R," but surely pirates on the opposite side of the world would use different expressions. Or or perhaps? How about Zehaha? Doman's positions on the Confederacy could be best described as one of guarded acceptance. They are pirates, aye, but they adhere to a code and are a stabilizing force in the Ruby Sea. My clothes are mostly dyed, but they're a bit clingy. Still, no regrets. This one is Tansui. Come, introduce yourselves. For you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Shantibetter. I am Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. Yes. I want to pay the ruby tithe. Oh, and I could get some boots for it? That's nice. I'll probably take the materia, since I can't seem to get any gold anymore. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? It's just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for the passage to Othard. Does the sum meet with your satisfaction? He has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely. Unless he tripled it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the prices, do you? As do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir! You've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they wouldn't have it. Very well. I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades seek me as a worthwhile investment. Or strike me as a worthwhile investment. I will not hear men name me a cat before Kobin, so I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled, for now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Me. Oh, is this all just the Ruby Sea? Oh, boys with boats. Okay. Aether current time. run for a bit just so I can hear the music. It looks like my way up. Yep. Alright. Oh, is it down there, maybe? I don't necessarily see it up here. Maybe up along there. Oh, we're in there, maybe. Oh, or just right there. Alright. Let's continue the quest. I went off course. Maybe a little bit too much there. Some warm. That's Tatsui over there, isn't it? Do you know what this is all about? I've been away for some time, so... I am not certain this is a wise idea. Hey, Vanilla! How you doing? Next Moonfire Fair starts Wednesday. And up to Tuesday, August 26th. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. Excellent, excellent. I do not remember what Moon Fair do, so I'm excited to see.
Gentlemen, I'm told you're most unreceptive to my associate's requests.
That's his voice.
I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent. And the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
No, yeah, where is he?
I don't understand.
If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats.
Ah, is the title.
Ties a man may once have held to his home
Quest
are
title.
forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own.
Not now.
Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Thanks, dude. Now we just need to find our turtle friend. And it just celebrates the end of summer, usually. Okay, nice. Doma is but one of many provinces under Imperial control, filled with people who have had to find ways to cope with a bitter reality. So they really don't care what happens to Doma. I refuse to believe that. What are we waiting for? Come! Sorban cannot have gone far. Though, now that I think on it, it is a passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship. Or at least to the Confederate encampment. True. Back where we came from. Hell's Lid. No. Okay, I'll go around. Ah, there they are. Oh good, he's still here. Ha, I told you he would not abandon us. I'm sure he has his reasons for his odd behavior, and I should like very much to hear them. Trust requires honesty. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our alliance as a whole. You understand? Ka may be praised. Too often our shell is quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. Yeah, still no real good boots. Sorban's in high spirits. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me, Shant. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Sure, I can talk to him. Ugh, my goodness, sorry, pardon me. I also want to do the other quest over here because it might give me a Aether stream. We need as many of those as we can get. Yep. Yasui is looking for an individual who can freely enter the Ruby Sea. You. Yes, you. You know the Ruby Price. The fortress in the middle of the Ruby Sea from which the Bakufu soldiers survey the surrounding waters. Oh. I was like, what the frick is this on my screen? It's a post. The other day, we found one of them men stowed away on a ship we confiscated. With a bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some underhanded trading with the Red Coach on behalf of his superior. Seems he thought he could avoid paying the Ruby tithe by hiding aboard someone else's ship. But no one gets away with crossing our waters free of charge. As such, I was looking to track down his superior, this superior of his, and have him compensate us. If I try to sail the Ruby Price and look for him myself, however, I'll be blasted to smithereens before I even make it halfway there. Do you think you could go in my stead? There's a man by the name of Ikaruga there. He's an old friend and should be able to identify who our captive superior is. I guess I can do that, I don't care. Ba-na-na, ba-na-na, ba-na-na. Yo. Oh, you're one of the Asian from the beach. Leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tatsui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you at a fair price. Alright. Gots to go back. Nope. I have to swim again. Okay, there's the stairs up. I was like, I don't remember even how to get up there. This is gonna be interesting, but we're fine. Yo. Ah yes, just the other day, one of the soldiers deserted base. I suspect he is the man Yasui is after. Trade with foreign countries is strictly prohibited in our nation. The man, upon learning his subordinate disappeared, feared he would be caught and turned tail and ran. If what you told me is true, he likely went northwest to here to seek asylum with the Kojin of the Red. I'm tempted to go after this man myself. Alas, that would require me receiving the necessary authorization, which could take days. Please track him down and arrest him in my stead. If he resists, feel free to kill him. Damn, okay. Oh, right there. Don't know why I'm doing this. I'm gonna be landing in the water and yeah, I'll have to swim. Oh, well. We really don't have a quick travel option in this area quite yet. Let's go, Kane. Not to be a fool to agree to go with you. I'm so close to the Red Kojin settlement. So close to freedom. And then running all the way back. Was there really no fast travel option there? No, I think there was, wasn't there? Thought there was like the Ruby Price was one of the places I could go to. Maybe not? I guess not. Meh. Oh well, I suppose. So it seems he forced your hand. Perhaps his death was for the best. I'll send word of all that has happened to you, Sui. Well, I'm not sure he will be happy to hear it. You're curious to know how I will inform him? That, my friend, is a secret. Wink. Alright. Whee! I talked to them, alright. What are we standing around for? Did you not hear what Tansui said? The Viceroy must be stopped. Next stop, Orthard. In Doma. We're coming, Yugiri. You can... No, I wanna talk to Jose. One moment. Even if we need not fear the Confederacy, there is no telling what manner of Imperial presence we'll find waiting for us. We must be careful. Also, I can still try to go for the Aether Stream, which honestly I might. I just need to go to the west. Alright. Bombfish. Wonder if I can go around that. I will try. That is not on the map. Nah. Maybe I'll have to go around north. Can I climb? Not up that amount of steepness. That hurt. Can't go in it anyway. You know what? I would assume that it would hurt. I'll head to the ship over there. that I could get in there. Honestly, don't know how to get up over there. Okay, yeah, no. Might just be quicker to... Well, not there. Travel back there and just, take the boat. Alright, we'll just continue on. Actually, no, I lied. I am a fibber, a liar. I want to actually get attuned to this. That way we can at least get here fairly quickly, you know? I would like to at least attempt to get to that and attune to it. Yes, I want that. I want that. Oh, that's a different one too. Okay. Let's go for this one first. What? Or not? Is it up there? Not down below, is it? I'm... Oh, I think I know what it is. I think, anyway. Is it, the turtle house? I saw a cave with turtle folk standing in front of it. I just saw a shooting star, I think. Sky is pretty. Okay, and then I think it was down here. Yeah, I'm right there. Oh, you won't. with my lance. Frick you. Frickin' fine. Here I thought I'd be able to attune. I have to go around and... My gosh. I'm wasting minutes. Ah, it's okay. Just go to the one over here. My gosh, sorry. Actually, now that I think about it. How many did it say? Okay, so there's one in this town here. Crick? Town's name's Crick? Falcon Porter. That's nice. That's actually gonna be useful. That's nice, actually. Nice, nice, nice. Happy days. Did I already attune to this? I guess I did. Okay, cool. Now I'll actually do the thing. Don't worry, it's just a lot of swimming. Oh, freak. Why do I keep doing this? Shh, 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 shh. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Let me just get the Aether stream. Then we can go, okay? Okay. Thank you. I just need to find the thing. and the final one's again to the southwest, where we can't really do anything, so I ain't gonna worry about it. Again, might just be quicker. Yes, do the thing. All aboard. Let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Tensui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. At long last I am returned to my homeland. Still have your bearings? I know it can be difficult when you're on the water. I would have been silly to try to swim all the way here, at least this time. Yeah, it'd be silly. Very silly. Who'd do that? I wouldn't. I wouldn't swim all the way here. No way. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Orban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again. Bye. So we finally arrived in Othard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Girabanya, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect that the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tensui was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
Hey, there's the dude.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, my master. A traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Mm-hmm.
Filthy squalor everywhere. How very dull. What I wouldn't do for a drink.
Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You're free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane. But we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
Mm-hmm.
Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Oh, very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
My God.
They're my parents. You can't expect me to...
We'll show them no mercy.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead.
I know.
We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
You hit him. Let's go. I ate as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For what of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, a little bit longer than just a second, but I'm back. She's right. This is not like the Reach. This is worse. They were defenseless. We seem to have evaded their patrol so far. What is that tower, anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we're on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alphino. Next thing you know, I'll be saying something like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there. Do you see it? Do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Calm down. We have nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lees. We save our strength for any that give chase. You too, Shent. I keep forgetting that Alize is also a red mage, just like me. That went better than expected. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. So that's the way of it. Oh, there's a settlement here. And they've even got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. I've only met with Tanzui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. There's no mistaking that design. It has to be them. Eastern Bow. Although seems bemused to find herself standing outside a Confederate settlement. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement. Mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gesetsu Beta seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. Self-same Confederacy that refused to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask for the tithe. The coup I've found. This should make things easier. What wind brings you hither, of all places? Are we not bound for Othard shores? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on this. Oh my gosh, sorry. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I'll take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with our leader. A very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't be the one to do this. It's never this simple, not with pirates. And if they're anything like Carvelane, then may the gods have mercy on us all. There he is, then, our illustrious leader. Speak. No need to be shy. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who have manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Rabble, 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 rabble. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you're capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. Is it imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible? For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. All ties that bind a man must be renounced, without exception, if he is to find a place here. Former lovers and bitter enemies alike must learn to bury their past and work side by side, or else be cast out. No matter how deep a man's hatreds may run, he cannot let them dictate his actions. The good of the Confederacy takes precedence over all. Captain's word is final. Captain's word is final. Can't say I didn't warn you. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Hey, Shent. I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're on the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more of the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we'll know how to earn their trust. Arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly to display no signs of recent use or maintenance. They got plenty to eat by the looks of it, though it's mostly the same stuff. I wonder if they trade much with outsiders. And the last one's gonna be in the port over here, right? Number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Taking an interest in the ship. Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas, or smaller ships, to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like this Sekibun, only takes part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those. Oh my gosh. Not that we've had any of those recently. What with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them. Well, no use moaning about what we can't change, eh? Had a good look around. Then we just need to wait for these. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. Just as Tensui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I think the situation is coming to a head. I agree. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in a fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expertise? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that, and you know, it won't be the last. I look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. You've learned the emote Eastern Bow. Hello, Fumi. Fumi has no patience for seasick pirates. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung shores. Listen well. I have a task for you. Go first to Okumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. Okay. Come at the behest of a Fumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this Doman, unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence he came. Why does it shift and stutter still? Sack full of victuals to help the would-be pirate keep his insides on the insides. Medicines? Give them here! They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it's not long before he can no longer stand. But if he will grow accustomed to this life, he is hardly the first after all. The captain, too, was once a Doman, though he cast all aside 25 years ago when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you too will renounce your ties and join us someday? I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Turns to unfold it all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. Kajika is nodding sagely in your direction. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I've got a job for you, Westerner, if you are courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of a gyuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those, which may still be of use. While you're about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in gyuki tails, you know. But I did say you would need to be a courageous sword. I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. Aranami. Aranami is not a man accustomed to being kept waiting. You there. Eyeing you. Have you been a bumbling clod of an aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He is late in returning. Strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Sure. Cast about for the Confederate recruit, but you see no one matching his description. No one matching his description. Casbah, and you spy a young, Ori man lurking behind the rocks to the west. Who are you? You don't look like a man of the Confederacy. Figured me. Just but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she may have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out to the current and claimed it. For the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to the shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. The vessel has not returned to Onokonora. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. Been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Yuki corpse. Quest, the arrows of misfortune. The shaft, fletching, and head of this arrow appear to be relatively undamaged. Reeks of dead Yuki, though. This meat looks as good as it smells. Which is to say, not at all. See, I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. Pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Yuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that must we take solace, and wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Yuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. So what do I recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All this time he was standing watch for the funeral vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It was good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. I was impressed by your industrious nature. Been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything. Now that you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We got to cull the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of these rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. The putrid smell of this fish should draw any nearby sharks out of hiding. Oh, there it is. Away with you. Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if he hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You hadn't seen them, have you? Mm-mm. Damn, before the Kojin started chasing us, their leader asked us if we were Doman. They're Yosuyu's catchers. I know it. First Asari and now this. I got to tell Rasho and the others. We've been keeping busy. How about... Oh no, you got that look. What happened now? Ah, there you are, Shent. Our idea went shark hunting? We too did our fair share of beast cooling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I am told. I should like to think we have proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates? Surely Yosetsu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least I should like to think that he cannot. We need to speak with Rasho immediately. What if Yosetsu's thinking kidnapping Confederates? She has to know they won't take this line down. Let's get this over with, shall we?
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
The same as a brother, she's got a way with words.
Should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
I mean...
You have no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this.
We just kind of go where it happens to be worst.
They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy
We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is.
Do it, Alize.
The question being, do you trust me?
Yep, I do. 100%. Do you even need to ask?
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade, and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Okay. So we're gonna go beat up the Kojin then. How do we get to the Kojin? Oh, what's this? Grilled turban. It's a meal. Looks like a seashell. A live horn turban cooked in its shell, yeah, alright, with a splash of soy sauce and rice wine. Ah. This does look kind of like a turban hat as well, a bit. Kinda, maybe, a little bit. If you look at it sideways. Give me Savage Might. Oh, and now we get all the quests. But keep forgetting I can't jump from there. I can jump from here though. Ow. Yep. Ooh, earrings. I do like earrings, even though they give me nothing. I had to go for the Savage Aim materia, I guess. Hansaku's desperate, searching for a charitable soul willing to lend him a hand. Your clothes, your manner. You must be a man of Eorzea. Do you know the East Aldenad Trading Company, then? I hear they're a fairly prosperous vendor where you are from. Your acquaintances with the Kugane branch office owner? Oh, the chief's been searching high and low for a well-connected man such as yourself. Oh, but before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Hansaku, and you would be Shent. Shent. That should be easy enough to remember. Now, Shent, do me a favor and meet with the chief, would you? Ever since those damn Guardians strengthened their grip on Hingashi, our contacts with Kugane have quit trading with us. He could really use your help in establishing new business partners. Please, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't desperate, you see. I only just joined the Confederacy. Life's been hard. Really hard. For me lately. And if things were to fall apart here, I'd have nowhere to go. To the west of this place is a tiny lodge. The chief should be there. Unfortunately, I cannot leave my post to show you there, but I trust you'll find it easily enough. I'm counting on you, Shent. Alright. We will continue this next time. I gotta go a little early today. Sorry. But we'll pick this up next time. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, Vanilla, for chatting with me a little bit and reminding me of the Moonfire Fair that's starting up Wednesday. I'll try to take part in it. And yeah, until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your evening, whichever it may be, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.